Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video I'm about to spill all the tea about Alibaba, all the things you've probably heard, all the things you're not sure about. I'm gonna spill it because I've been using this website for years now. I got some major keys for you guys, so I'm gonna need you to subscribe. First and foremost, subscribe, share this video with your friends or any future entrepreneurs or people that are already business owners. Like and comment down below what you want me to do next, or if you use Alibaba at the moment too. Make sure you support my business, Oh So Curly. Everything is down below. And because I'm spilling tea here, guys, I hope you are appreciative. Don't go and steal my ideas and copy them. Well, if you do, just, if you're gonna copy, make it a bit different, Don't just copy someone and do the exact same thing as them. Also, make sure you stay tuned to the end, because if you watched my previous video, I did say I would shout out some businesses. So make sure you stay tuned to see if your business is featured, and let's get straight into it. So what is Alibaba? So Alibaba is basically a website. I'll put the screenshot here. It is a marketplace. Think of it like an Amazon or an eBay, but for wholesale. So you can shop on that website any product in the world. Unless it's an invention that you're going to make, I would recommend finding another way. I'll do a video on that. But Alibaba is just a place where you can buy a product and customize it with like your logo or different colors, different fabrics, different things depending on the company and what they accept. For example, at the moment, face masks are really popular. If you're looking to buy and then sell some items or face masks or whatever product in the world, clothing they even have on there, appliances, accessories, all of that good stuff. So you would go on there, you would search what the product is, and then you will look through a whole listing of different manufacturers, and then you pick the one that works for you after doing your research and contacting them. So Alibaba is free to use. All you need to do is sign up with your email address and make a password. Not much else is needed really. You don't have to pay for it monthly. It's a free website, just like Amazon basically, but it is based in China, so it's mainly companies that are in like Asia, some in Sri Lanka and places like that. I think they have some European places, but mainly you're going to be dealing with Chinese manufacturers. So once you have your account set up, you can go ahead and search for manufacturers. Say you want a beauty blender, you can search in the search bar. I'm going to show you guys here in the screenshot how to search for that. So you would search at the top and search for beauty blender, and there'll be a whole list of different companies that make beauty blenders. The next thing you want to do is click trade assurance, and if they are a verified company, because that's going to show you guys the most safest companies that you could possibly contact. Then you're going to choose some, and you're basically going to message them and let them know about yourself, what you're looking for, and if they do minimum pieces. I would recommend that you only go for 100 pieces minimum for your first order. They don't really do less than 100, and some places only do 1,000 minimum. So definitely if you're just starting out, just tell them that you don't want to go for 1,000, you'd rather 100. Some places do, some places don't. Really depends on the item and the price. So next I want to talk about the pros and the cons of Alibaba. So let's just go into the pros. And my first pro is definitely just the fact that it's free and a way to make money. Obviously you have to spend money, but you can sell your items for more because they are cheaper when you buy in bulk. So it's a completely free way to buy and sell, whereas some other places you may have to pay like a monthly subscription to shop with them. But with Alibaba it's completely free, so me, you, anyone watching this can start a business from scratch. So that is probably the biggest pro of Alibaba. The next thing is the choice. So imagine if you had to actually travel to China like in the olden days. Where I was reading the book about the story of Nike, and he actually went and did it that way. But with Alibaba it's all at your fingertips, just like Amazon. So you have a choice of so many different sectors and products. So that is the amazing thing about Alibaba too. The next pro is that it is fast. It is kind of fast, like it can take a long time for your items to arrive from China, but the whole communication thing can be quite quick. The companies are usually on their phones or their emails 24/7, so as soon as they are up, they are on it. As soon as they're on it pretty much till they go to sleep, and sometimes they will tell you that too. So the communication is really, really good, and you always know whether a company is good or not if their communication is good, but we'll get into that with the cons. And then my last pro is definitely that it can be very safe, and that's if you follow the proper guidelines that Alibaba do state. So don't go outside of them guidelines. I've done it before, it doesn't work. But their actual payment systems and the way things go through them is very, very safe. Now let's get into the cons of Alibaba, which there are quite a lot, but I still do use it and I still do love it for certain products. But the first con is the fact that you, like I mentioned earlier, you can't go and see these companies, you can't go and visit them unless you do fly out, but typically you can't go and actually knock on their door or meet them face to face. You don't have that kind of rapport with them, so it can be easy for you to just get lost in the sea of all the different people that they're talking to. Whereas if you meet someone face to face, for example with my bonnets and my pillowcases, the people that make them here in the UK, I actually know them and have a relationship with them, whereas with Alibaba you don't have that aspect of things. The next con is the fact that you will have some communication problems because first of all there's a language barrier, second of all there's just certain things that can be annoying, the fact that the time is different. So when they are messaging you, you could be sleeping, and then as soon as you wake up and are ready to message them, they probably are going to finish work. So it can be annoying that way, but the good thing is you have the app and you can get notified. So I usually either wake up or know as soon as they message, and then you can just message them back. It's kind of like Messenger, which is really, really good. The next con is the fact that, again, like I mentioned, you don't want to just buy your 100 pieces or 1,000 pieces. You obviously want to see the product in person. They can send you pictures and videos, but you're going to want to feel it and, you know, see it and test it before you actually buy the 100 pieces. So that can be pricey because you have to pay a fee for the sample, which usually is very much higher than what one piece would cost. And then you have to pay the shipping, and then there may be a customs charge that comes on top of that. So just going back and forth with samples can get very expensive. So I always recommend to have some money put aside. You will make a loss probably on that, but if you have some money that you don't mind investing in Alibaba, definitely go ahead and get that ready because you will need it. The next thing is the charges. Like I mentioned before, you can pay them their amount and there still may be a fee when it arrives to the UK, and you just never know how much that is going to cost. So if you don't counter that, which I in the past haven't, I will do a story time on my bad stories of Alibaba, but there could be a really large charge and you just can't afford to pay it, and then they will hold the products like FedEx or whatever DHL customs company it is. They will hold the product until you pay for it and then you can get it. So that can cause a lot of problems, and typically there's no really way for you to avoid that. I know their companies will try and avoid it for you, and that's where you need to be careful because they will try and put the cost of the goods really, really low so you don't have to pay a large customs fee, which could in the long run backfire and come back to bite you. So be very, very careful, and I would just say make sure you have money saved aside. Another con is the fact that you are taking a risk. Even if you do get a sample and the sample is good, you could still have that risk of it arriving and then not being the same. Something's a bit wrong, there's a spelling mistake in the tag or something silly. It could be a risk of just arriving and you have 1,000 pieces that aren't the right measurement. I've had that happen before, and yeah, just make sure that you are very strict with your samples, with your communication. You double check everything, go over everything with them again and again and again just to make sure that it is all how you want it. You can even request that they send you pictures and videos of them actually using the product as well. That's a good tip. Moving on from that con, you can actually sign up to a company that will go to the actual manufacturing company and they will actually test the products for you. So say there's like 2,000 products, they'll probably test like maybe 200 of them just to see if it works or looks how you said it was going to look, and that costs a lot. I will put the the link for that down below, but it is useful if you're going to buy something for the first time and you just want to make sure that it is correct. You can hire them to go and test it for you, and then it kind of gives you that assurance that when it arrives to you, everything will be how you wanted it to be. So those are my main pros and cons of Alibaba. I still completely recommend it and still use it to this day. I just hope that you keep into consideration what I said, and if you're watching this and thinking about using Alibaba, definitely maybe test out AliExpress first. AliExpress is more of like the mini baby version of Alibaba, where you can buy products. You can't really customize them as much, but you can buy lower amounts and then just sell it on. So if you're like an eBay or Amazon seller and you're not looking to really customize anything, you can use AliExpress first, get a hang of that, and then move on to Alibaba when you want to start like a proper business. So those are my main pros and cons. If you have any questions, definitely comment down below. And I just want to shout out some of the businesses that were mentioned in the last comments of the last video. So the 3 businesses I'm going to shout out for this video are, number 1 is Amtra. The Instagram is at Amtra London, and that is a Shopify store. Stay tuned because I will have a video on the pros and cons of Shopify as well next. The next business is Fadseas. I'll put everything on the screen here, and that is a Depop store. And the last business is Fragrance, and that is at Fragrance UK on Instagram. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll catch you in the next video.